Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have a super exciting video. I am Mrs. Autumn personified. I love autumn, I love everything to do with autumn. So I'm gonna prep for autumn. I'm gonna show you all the new autumnal books I bought. I'm gonna redo my bedding, which I'm so excited to do. We're gonna do a bit of autumnal baking, and I have a little bit of a haul as well. I just love autumnal jumpers. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let's start with the book haul. Okay, I feel like this has become my new like prime filming spot, like this side of my bed, because it's right in front of the mirror. And yeah, I just think it's all right. But we have a little stack of books here, and I thought I'd quickly show you some new ones I bought. I think as soon as we start to go into like autumn, winter, like as soon as the seasons start changing, all I want is like fantasy, horror, sci-fi, thriller. Like there is a few like romance-esque books here, but I'm less heavy on the romance. Like in summer I love like a beach romance, but yeah, lately I've been like, give me the fantasy, give me the fantasy, give me the fantasy. So we'll start off with the Jessa Hastings one at the bottom. This I bought with a voucher my friends got me for running the marathon, which is so kind. I tried to find this for ages, could not find it in stock anywhere, but I specifically wanted to buy it with the voucher, and I eventually found it in stock. This is Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. Jessa Hastings honestly just nails book covers. I think that book cover is just absolutely incredible. I've got The Conditions of Will sat there as well, and then I have all of Magnolia Park's, like the first editions. And I just think the covers are always the best. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this, to be honest. I have heard great things about it, and it's just a short little book as well. I feel like I'm so used to reading like so many thick fantasy books at the moment, and even just like thick books in general. So yeah, I've got that. I just like look at them on the cover. Like that is Lou Teasdale. If any of us don't know who Lou Teasdale is, she was One Direction's makeup artist. That literally looks like Lou Teasdale. Don't know who he looks like, but yeah, very excited to read that. It's set in London, and yeah, honestly just looks great. Set in London in, yeah, 95, which I wish I was alive in that era. Honestly, I think I would have loved it. Then we have Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. I saw this author on TikTok, and she was selling the new book, which is it like Enchanted or something like that? Or Enchanted, I don't know. It's something like that, which is the second book in this series. And she essentially like explained what happened in this book, that it was like set from the 1st of October to the 31st of October and like the time leading up to it. And this, the way she explained it, it sounded a little bit like, is it the X-Hex, I think? That I love them few books as well. It sounded a little bit like that, and yeah, so I decided to pick this up when we were in Waterstones just yesterday. So that was my pick. And then maybe it's like a week or so ago when we went at Waterstones, these were my 3 picks. So I got Once Upon a Broken Heart. This I've heard absolutely amazing things about. I know this is like starting another series, and I feel like I'm trying to stop doing that and like actually finish a series before I start reading another one. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm sorry, this looks amazing. So yeah, it's a fairy tale romantasy, and it sounds great. I know there's like Stephanie Garber has the Caraval series, and yeah, I think you're technically supposed to read that first, but loads of people have said like you don't necessarily need to. Like, it's not making or breaking your reading experience. Is this YA as well? Because everything looks, the text looks pretty big. Is it YA? Yeah, I think it is. Which we love reading YA. You literally read them in about 5 seconds. So I got that. Also on the same Waterstones trip, can you see there was a bit of a theme going on? I picked up Divine Rivals. Believe this is also YA too. I have heard, again, great things about this. I feel like this is given a little bit like Harry Potter-esque because it's people drawn together by magic. I think someone goes missing. Yeah. Her brother is missing on the front line, so each night Iris writes letters to him and slips them beneath her wardrobe door, where they vanish, or so she thinks. rivals drawn together by ink and magic. The letters have made their way into the hands of Roman Kit, her cold and handsome rival at the paper. When he anonymously writes back, they forge a magical connection that will seal their fate forever. Yep, absolutely, I want to read that. So yeah, pick that one up. And then lastly, I have saw so many people say this is so good. This is basically like a Tinkerbell retelling, essentially. It says, discover the sweet and star-crossed romance between the Queen of Pixie Hollow and the Lord of the Winter Woods. And yeah, I've heard great things. I think like anything Disney, especially as an adult, potentially more so than a child, I just like want in my life. I want to go to Disney. I've been to Disney once in Florida, but I've never been to any of the other ones. But like, I feel like as I get older, I appreciate like how like good the Disney world is. I think because I'm like so into reading fantasy. Like I watched all of Beauty and the Beast the other day. Probably the first time I've actually watched like the older film. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I've seen the older Cinderella, but I don't think I've ever watched Beauty and the Beast. But yeah, I had to pick this up and I've heard amazing things as well. So yeah, that was my little book haul, and Shield of Sparrows as well, which I got on Amazon because it was only £9. And yeah, I wanted the physical book of it. But yeah, that's my little book haul for you all. A nice, cozy, romantic-y book haul as we move into autumn, winter, which I can't believe I'm saying that. I feel like I've been begging for autumn for like weeks now, and now it's a little bit colder. I'm like, it's freezing. Yeah, like I can wear my hoodie. I've got my nice new aloe hoodie on, which I haven't been dying to wear, but it's just been too hot. But yeah, I think today is the day that we do the autumnal switch for my bedding. Now, I'm gonna keep the white bed sheets on. These are from White Company. They are, I think they're like 500 thread count, or maybe it's a little bit more, Egyptian cotton. I would highly recommend, if you want the best night's sleep ever and like a hotel, a premium hotel bed, to buy high Egyptian cotton thread count sheets. There is nothing better. I got these in Jan, I think, and honestly they're the best thing I've ever bought. So they won't be changing, but what will be changing is all the pink bedding on top. I say all, I'm unsure how I'm going to do this yet, but let me show you what I have and what I'm thinking. So these are what I have. I was trying to find everything in this, like, I would say this is a chocolate brown colour, and I could not find anything, bar this one throw, in this chocolate brown colour to save my life, which I think is quite interesting because there's so many clothes in this colour, but there seems to be lack of homeware in this chocolate brown colour. However, I did find this throw, which I'm obsessed with. It was £24.99 from H&M Home, and I think this is so nice. However, I'll take these off. I think this is the beauty about having white sheets, that you can just change the colours. And I think we're going to keep these guys here because I like them on my bed. Do we like that? Does that add in a bit of... And then, I think this was totally an unnecessary purchase, but I did get this pumpkin too. This was £16. And it was totally a waste of money. I have to agree with that. If I take these off, potentially, will that look nice? Or does it look stupid? Potentially. These are a bit misshapen. Does she look fine there? I'm not sure she does. I'm not loving it, you know. I think because I'm used to them pinks being like 90% the same. Let me consult my mum and see what she has to say. I also got a pumpkin spice It's Spooky Time candle from Next Home. I don't love the print on this. It's a bit better than like all the garish like ghouls and like skeletons and stuff, but I really like the smell. The rest of them, it was like pumpkin ginger chai or something like that, and it wasn't my favourite, so I decided to get this one. So we're probably gonna light that this evening. While we're here, I also thought I'd give you a bit of a haul and show you what's in here. So the first thing on top is actually not from Primark. I am absolutely obsessed with this. I've wanted one of these for quite some time. I wanted them last year, and I think when I went to order them, they were sold out. I then went to order them for my sister last year and they were sold out. I eventually got my hands on them. And this is the brown Adenola knitted jumper. This is the first time I bought myself anything off Adenola. I bought this and a top that is currently in the wash. But just one of like their blue like tight tops, the t-shirt. But yeah, I wanted this last year and couldn't get my hands on it, so I decided to finally treat myself to something from Adenola. This was £70 and I was like, £70 for a jumper? Like, you're thinking at that point it's getting into like higher end brands in my head. Like, you're getting to like Lululemon, like that, anything on the like same vibes as Lulu, Aloe, like that's the price of them in my head, even though they are probably a bit more expensive actually. So I was a bit hesitant about this, but when it came, it is like the thickest fine knit material. But do you know when the material feels really heavy and you can tell it's good quality? I would say this is quite similar to like an All Saints jumper I have, even though again I think they're more expensive. I'm actually really impressed with this. The only thing I think about Adenola so far is this is a small, and I know it's supposed to be oversized, but I did try it on and was like, okay, like I was worried it was going to be too small, because I hate especially jumpers being too small. It's absolutely not too small at all. So yeah, that was the first thing. Absolutely obsessed with that. I haven't worn her yet. I've worn the blue top. I had that on for Pilates yesterday, but I absolutely love that. And then we raided Primark for all of their amazing jumpers. I don't know how these wash yet. I never got my hands on them last year, so this is the first year I've had them. I had this on yesterday. So this is just their normal jumpers. I think they're like wool blend. They were £20, I think. 20 or 17, I think they were 20. This is the grey one. I got this in a small, and again, like, I think I could have got away with an extra small, but it is quite nice, the fit of this, like over leggings, so it's a little bit longer. I hate wearing shorter stuff with leggings. It's just not for me. But yeah, love that. I had it on yesterday. As I say, the only thing I'm worried about is how it's going to wash, because as well, it's just that material, with it being, especially with it being wool blend, it might be the type of material that you need to like dry, lay flat, a bit cashmere-esque. But yeah, love that. Had that on yesterday and I think it looked great, if I do say so myself. And I also got myself the brown one, obviously. These were 20, maybe they were 17 then. Just something was 17. So this is the like chunky knit button-up cardigan. They only had this in a medium, so I did get a medium, but I think, again, I think the medium was a little bit nicer for me to wear with leggings, because it is just that little bit longer. It's definitely like way oversized. Like, again, could have worn a small, could have worn an extra small, and I'm usually like mainly a medium really in tops, sometimes a small, but especially if it's tighter fit, I prefer a medium. But yeah, love this, can't wait to wear it. And then the last thing in here is the same cardigan as the brown one, but this is the beige one. This is for my little sister's birthday, but I got her, it's very Abby. If anyone knows my little sister, this is very Abby. So yeah, got her that for her birthday, and that needs wrapped up. She was there when I bought it, so she knows. And then final two things, let me quickly grab them, are these two pieces from Tesco. Now you could be thinking, Olivia, how many more cardigans do you need? Yes, I agree, we're stopping, I'm not buying any more. I do think a lot of my wardrobe as well, I have quite a lot of jumpers. I could sell some of them, I think, especially, I know some of them are a bit more patterned and I'm a bit more, I like the plain jumpers a little bit more now than I used to. These are from Tesco. You probably saw these in and around socials, but this is like the chunky knit cardigan with Roman coins. Someone called these at work the other day. With the big gold buttons on that Zara did last year in the burgundy, and again, can never get my hands on that. So as soon as I saw these in stock, especially in the brown, I'm absolutely brown obsessed, I decided to go get it. I think they were about £20 as well, not bad. And then lastly, also from Tesco, is this little burgundy cardigan. I think this is really smart for work. The rest of them I think are a lot more like cash and can be worn with leggings, but this one I got because I thought that will look great for work, especially as it starts getting colder. I think it's really nice. It's just like a top as well. I got both of these in a small. This one was, it still got the tag on, this one was £18 and I think the other was 20. But yeah, that is it for my haul. As I say, I think I'm banned from buying anything autumn. I just love autumn winter fashion so much. I would love a pair of brown Adidas Specials, and I would also love a new pair of Uggs. Although I have a few pairs, so like I don't technically need any. But yeah, that is my little haul. I hope you enjoyed. I think I'm gonna go downstairs and make a coffee in a pumpkin mug, because what else screams autumn other than making a coffee in a pumpkin mug? I'm also going to just move my little jelly cat out of the way, get my diffuser on. Let me show you the scents I have, because I always have stock of White Company autumn winter scents, always. So we have Fireside. Love this, literally smells exactly as it says on the tin. Like, I imagine if you were to walk into like a really nice hotel at Christmas, this is what it would smell like fires burning. It's like everyone's in all their layers, and it's just so nice. So that's Fireside. There's then the classic, I literally have about 5 of these, White Company Winter. There's just no better smell. This is just like typical Christmas. It's quite similar to Festive Spice in Next. Love this so much. I know it's not quite Christmas, but like it's still just like a autumn winter smell for me. What other ones? I have another winter. I think that's it actually. I'm sure I had some others. But yeah, as I say, I might order the autumn diffuser, so I might also order the autumn essential oil as well, because it's just lush. And I do love the home sprays as well. This one is Fir Tree. Again, that literally smells like pine needles, and I just love all the White Company scenting, especially for autumn winter, is just my favorite. There's also like a few of the like all year round ones I really like. This one I always have out. I think this one's Lime and Bay. No, this one's Seychelles. I've got Lime and Bay, and also the Sleep one is really, really nice. It's literally like chamomile and lavender. That's really nice, especially if you've got one in your bedroom. But yeah, we've got her on, smelling gorgeous. The best cup ever. We also still have a little bit of gingerbread syrup, so I think I'm going to put a little bit of this in. Why can't I find a nice pumpkin spice syrup anywhere? Someone tell me. I contemplated making my own because all of them I bought to this point have been horrific, but I'm going to put a little bit of this in, not too much, because that'll do. I really dislike a really sweet coffee. And I know, I feel like most people that like sweet coffees potentially don't like coffee, but I don't like sweet anything. I don't like sugar in a tea. I think it tastes like weird hot chocolate. I don't love, depends what it is, like love a pumpkin spice latte, love a chai latte. I love more of like the cinnamony and gingerbread lattes, but any like the chocolate and stuff I really do not like. But anyways, we've got the espresso in. Let's froth some milk up. I really do keep trying to get my latte art spot on. We haven't done that today, but my coffee looks delicious, so I'm gonna enjoy it all the same. And my favourite thing to do at the minute is watch people's like prep for autumn, or like all the autumn videos from last year on YouTube. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. So probably gonna pop one on to watch while I'm drinking my coffee. I am currently reading The Shield of Sparrows. This I feel like is the perfect autumn winter read. I am obsessed with this book. I'm currently filming a bit of a reading vlog today as well, so you'll probably recognize me, a bit of crossover from that. But I have read so much of this today and I felt like it was becoming a bit slow, but I feel like the more I read it, the more it's picking up. I'm currently on chapter 33, just over halfway, I think. Let me look on Fable. Yeah, just over halfway at 53%. So yeah, we're gonna enjoy my gingerbread latte. I get bullied the way I say latte. I ordered a latte once in Joe and the Juice in South Kensington, I think that Joe and the Juice was. I'm pretty sure it was right next to South Kensington, not Metro, tube stop. Andy went, a what? And I was like, sorry, a latte. But up north, we don't pronounce T's really, so it's a latte. Okay, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this and get some more of this read. Football's on in the background. I'm so happy. Can I just say though, right, I have so many like hobbies that I want to do. I love gaming. I'm obsessed with Animal Crossing at the minute. I literally cannot stop playing it. I literally just like love a game. I love reading, I love running, I love the gym, I love walking, I love watching the football. I've got Lego sat in my room still to build because I love Lego. I have crochet stuff in my room because like I can semi crochet, but like I've never dedicated enough time to it because there's all these 1,000 other things I want to do. I love colouring. I've got so many colouring books, love to just sit and colour. How on earth do you keep up with all these hobbies? Like, I would love to know, because I've like so much stuff I want to do, like hobby wise, just like for my own fulfillment and stuff I enjoy doing. And I just don't have enough time. Like even at the minute, I'm playing so much Animal Crossing that I feel like I'm not reading enough. I have read quite a bit of this today, but I've not played as much Animal Crossing today. And I've literally had a day of no plans. So anyways, let's get some of this read. It's currently Sunday afternoon. What better to do on a Sunday afternoon than bake? I love cooking and I cook all the time. I love making nice meals and quite enjoy it. One thing I have never gotten into is baking. I feel like I've always tried, but it's never went great. And I think that's partly because I'm very much like just wing it person, which I feel like works when you cook, but you can't do that when you bake. Last week, I did film it as well. I made a cinnamon banana bread last Saturday. And this week, I'm going to make, I bought some pumpkin puree. Need a tin opener, but I bought some pumpkin puree, so we're going to make a pumpkin cake. And I'm very excited about it. I've been out and bought all the ingredients. So let's see if I can ace this. The recipe I'm following is Tame and Twins. I'll put it in the description in case anyone wants to follow it. But it looks pretty easy, which is why I decided to get it. So we're gonna do it now. It does say use an electric whisk, which I think we have, but also I never bake, so I'm not entirely sure, but I think we do have an electric whisk. But the football's on, I'm doing a little bit of baking, and then I'm gonna make a cottage pie for tea. Because doesn't that just sound so good? It is a little bit warmer today actually. The weather's been like pretty cool, but today it's warm again. Even though the good thing is this house is always pretty cold. So we're going to make this. So Right, we've got the football on the background. Actually, I'm gonna move. I know some people get copyrighted off Sky Sports, which I think is crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna try get the cake out. It smells so good, I'm so excited, but the cake is cool, so I'm gonna try get the cake out and put it onto this white company chopping board. It's got like dye or something on it, I'm not entirely sure, but here she is. I'm actually quite proud. I feel like as I say, I'm not the perfect cook. So the fact this looks semi-okay, I'm very happy about. Don't know how we get her out though. Do I put it on a plate and then put it on here? Yes. Put it on there? Is that a good idea? Does it fit on there? Okay, it fits on that bar. Oh, I think that's came straight out. Yay! It came out! And then I'm gonna peel this off the bottom. Ooh, she looks good! And then I think I want it the other way. I feel like it looks quite nice like that, so. Ooh. Yay, we've done it! That was a good idea there. I'm gonna let this cool for like another half an hour because I don't want the icing to like fall off. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think it maybe could have been in like a smaller tin, but it looks good. Okay, the cream cheese is on. I think I might have forgot to press record, which is so annoying, but it's on. I'm gonna put a bit of cinnamon. Can I sieve cinnamon on? Or do I just sprinkle it? Let's try, let's see what happens. Should just. It's a bit clumpy, but I love her. I kind of love that it looks like so homemade. Yeah, that smells amazing. I'm so excited to eat it later.